Breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Chapter 2 of Kakashi's story, Lightning in the Frozen Skies. And just to recap Chapter 1 very quickly, Kakashi still hasn't picked a date for his inauguration as the 6th Hokage. Tsunade sends Kakashi on a protection detail to the Hidden Mist Village in the Land of Waves, and all the great villagers are on a rotating schedule to guard the Hizuki Castle until they can find a permanent replacement for Master Mew, who was the warden who has now died. So Chapter 2 picks off, and Kakashi has already arrived in the Land of Waves. Where, we don't know, because according to this chapter, it is a secret, undisclosed location for them to do a test flight for this massive airship bubble, which we do know the name of. It is called the Tobisachimaru, literally meaning flying Sachi boat. Now, when they told us about this flying ship, they read off the dimensions, and these dimensions are absolutely crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It is 223 meters long, or 731 feet, and 7 inches in length. The diameter is 34 meters, or 111 feet and 6 inches, and the top speed that it can fly at is 70 kilometers per hour, or 43 miles per hour. Now, when I originally heard all of this, I was like, this is the technology of Naruto series before Boruto is kind of weird, right? It's like they're underdeveloped but developed all at the same time. You see them using like earpieces and like communication type technology, like three-way, four-way communication. Like, you know, you see Kakashi, Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura all communicating out of one headset. And you would like to think, wow, that's like almost Bluetooth technology. But that's still like low-key advanced technology. You would assume that they would have, at the bare minimum, airships prior to this, but they haven't. They just now got trains in Boruto, which is ridiculous. But, you know, I've always looked at the Naruto franchise's technology kind of weird. But let's move on. The master craftsman for the Tobisachimaru is none other than the bridge builder himself. Irony, I know. Tanzo. Tanzo makes a return back to the Naruto series, with him being the creator of the Tobisachimaru, and he is absolutely fed up with all of his builders because he's been just listening to their shit day in and day out. He's sitting back right now waiting for the unveiling. He's sipping his Jack and Coke. He's talking with Kakashi, bringing back old times, asking how Naruto is, all that fancy stuff. And just as everything is getting underway, oh, I need to mention this. It's a private showing, so all of the, you know, really important royal heads of the Land of Waves are going to be on this ship, minus the Mizukage, because for whatever reason, minus the Mizukage. Nonetheless, the daimyo and all these big political figures are going to be on this ship, so obviously the Land of Waves needed some additional backup from the Land of Fire in order to help protect this if anything was to go awry. It's mentioned that a lot of countries would have loved to get their hands on this technology, and it's actually hinted at that the Land of Waves didn't even really want the Land of Fire to get involved because they really, like, you know, they're allies, but they still don't trust them, especially with secret technology like this. As all of this conversation is going on, this woman rushes by Kakashi. But hold on, let me back up. Kakashi like gets alert and he like spins around to hit this girl because he thinks that someone's running up on him. And then he sees that it's some shawty and he's like love struck. Like Kakashi is like infatuated with this girl off of first sight. And I know he is because now he has two good eyes he can look with, alright? He's not lacking depth perception in this novel. He has both good eyes wide open. He sees this girl and he's struck instantly. She hits him with the high and by. She keeps it moving because apparently she's supposed to be on this ship and the ship's about to take off. She's late. She needs to hustle. Now, all of this is happening. She's running to the ship, and this is where Kakashi spots, again with both good eyes, he spots someone on the tail of the ship, and it seems as though they managed to get on it just as it's taking off. How this one person made it past everybody else is beyond me, but you know, this is conflict logic. We just have to let it go. Kakashi runs and tries to intercept the cloaked guy and is instantly met by another dude. This should be a red flag to everybody else to stop the ship, but they don't. They let it keep going. Kakashi's fighting this person and he's noticing something about the person that he's fighting. Again, this is another cloaked dude, two cloaked dudes. He's fighting them, and while he's fighting them, he's noticing that that person's fighting techniques are very familiar. Long story short, Kakashi knocks the second cloaked guy out and discovers it's Rock Lee. This takes us back to chapter 1 where Tsunade was like, hey, don't tell Might Guy about this mission because Might Guy is going to want to get on the ship and we can't have him doing that. If you know, he completely still has that shattered leg. They were not able to fix him. That bone is almost not even there at this point. He was trying his hardest to hide the fact that he absolutely wanted to be on the airboat. And then he also goes on to mention that because of his leg, he isn't allowed to do ninja missions, and he wants to stress the fact that he is still able to fight. So that is why Might Guy wanted to go on the ship. But he also just wanted to be on an airship. And I want to touch on this real quick because this is just another massive plot hole. But if Naruto is able to bring Might Guy back from the brink of death after opening the 8th gate, then he should have also been able to fix his broken leg completely. What is fixing a broken leg to literally breathing life back into somebody? Moving on. So we're coming up on the end of the chapter, and Kakashi mentions that them being on the actual ship itself, Kakashi and Might Guy, is a huge problem. Because prior to the ship taking off, Konoha had to report to the Mizukage in the Hidden Mist Village the names and the exact numbers of all the undercover Jonin on the ship. Kakashi and Might Guy's names are not on that list. If it comes up that they're on that ship, the Land of Ways is going to look to the Land of Fire as an attack to steal the information for the lighter than air technology. This could then throw both of those two villages back into war. That is not something that they want. Nonetheless, after having this conversation between the two of them, they decide anyway to continue through because at this point the ship is already in the air. There is actually no going back at this point, so they're stuck. Now, I am assuming they are in a scaffold or high above where they can look down at all the guests in the Tobi Sachimara. Because of this, they are able to pick up on 3 really sketchy looking dudes that are acting completely different than everybody else in the ship, right? You're talking about royals and nobility and things of that nature. These 3 just look too hardened to ever be royals and nobility who have never seen conflict or fighting or a battlefield a day in their lives. So, just like that, as they're watching these 3 people in particular, one dude runs and he puts a box in a corner and then quickly leaves. Kakashi jumps down, he opens the box and he examines the box and it's filled with kunai with explosive tags on it. And that is the end of chapter 2. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we have here? This is going to be interesting. I'm not going to lie. I don't see them blowing up the ship. You see what I'm saying? Because they're on the ship, but what could they actually want in this scenario? It's going to be interesting to find out. It's going to be interesting to see what we can do moving forward with this chapter. They have a problem. It's very apparent. They have a huge problem if they're in the air with explosive tag kunais. There's no landing this. I mean, the best case scenario is that they are over water, but how high up in the air it is. I didn't see it in the chapter. I looked back, but it doesn't tell you how high up in the air it is. Nonetheless, a fall from that height is going to be very problematic, in water or not. Then you have to deal with the fire and the helium and the explosions. It's just going to be a mess. But leave in the comment section what you think is about to go down in chapter 3, what we're going to get. If you are new and you made it to the end, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. Let me know you rock with the content that I put out on this channel. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, all that fancy stuff. And like always, keep it safe and wrap it tight down.
Running through the auxiliary circuit.
Use your riot shield to draw the fire!
Contact to the west. Tango down. Cover me. Ghost. Target on our 6. Ghost here. I recommend you bypass the lower floors by rappelling out that window.
Copy that. Roach, follow me.
Captain Matavish, last floor clear. We'll link up with you at the bottom. The camera feed in solitary confinement is dead. The power must be down in that section. Roger that. Squad, switch to night vision. Kojak, hostile in the prison cell, left side. Got eyes on target. Roach, light him up. Man down. This one's empty. This one's empty too. Clear. Clear. Clear.
Shepard, what the hell was that? Get the Navy to cease fire!
The Navy isn't in a talking mood right now. Stand by. Bravo 6, they've agreed to stop firing for now. Keep going. I'll keep you posted. Out. Savage. Hostile spotted behind the pipes.
Target acquired.
We got a man down.
Roach, tango behind those pipes. Utah, tango behind those pipes.
I got eyes on target.
Jayhawk,
Target in the open. Got eyes on target.
go!
The old shower room's about 30 feet ahead of you on the left. You'll have to breach the wall to get in.
Jayhawk, contact
Shower room, southwest side. Got a visual. Tango down.
Hostiles on the second floor. Take them out. Got a man down. Roach. Contact. Walker room. Left side. Heavy assault troops up ahead. Don't attack them head on. Move quickly. Attack them to the side. Cook your grenade to detonate behind them.
McTavish. Target contact. Locker room, right side.
Got a visual. Frag out. Jester. Target at you 10 o'clock.
Roger. Target acquired.
Jester. Contact. Walker room. Left side.
Target acquired.
Roach. Hostile. Shower. Tango down. On the floor on the far side of the shower. Follow me. Let's go.
McTavish. Contact. 1 o'clock.
Roger. Tracking. Man down. Tango down. Roach, target at your 3 o'clock. Grenade! No! Get a man down!
of my line of sight. Man down. Target neutralized. Chemist. Target at your 8 o'clock. Yeah, I see him. Roach, take him down. Got a man down. Chemist, contact at 10 o'clock.
Ghost, we're in the old tunnel system heading south-southwest.
Okay, keep going along that tunnel.
Talk to me, Ghost. I don't want to be down here when those ships start firing again.
Keep going, you're almost there. I'm detecting 2 heat signatures. One of them should be prisoner 627.
Drop it!
Soap?
Place?
This belongs to you, sir.
Who's so?
Come on! We gotta get out of here! Move! Move!
Bravo 6, be advised. They started the bombardment early. Get the hell out of there now.
There's the chopper! Get ready to jump! Go back! Go back! We'll find another way out! This way! This way! It's a dead end! 6-4! Where the hell are you? Over!
I can't see you, I can't see you.
Launch it down! Whatever you're gonna do, son, do it fast!
Bravo 6, I see your flare. Fire rig on the way.